Alright, I'm making a little video here of lore and some fixes. It's just a bunch of little things that have to get fixed on this truck that aren't big enough for their own video. But along the way, I can at least tell you a little bit more about this truck, why I have it, all of that, and kind of what more of the plans are. If you're already a member of the channel, if you've subscribed, if you've been liking videos, you've already probably seen a bunch of other videos featuring this pickup, and I've already done a bunch of kind of cosmetic stuff to it. The reason for that is because it runs and it drives. So it's been relatively well maintained, even though it hasn't been garaged. It has well over 200,000 miles on it. It has the original 305. It has the original Quadrajet. It also had an air pump system and other various California parts on it that I deleted, unfortunately, before I started recording for the channel. And this is a hand-me-down. This is my free truck. I literally received this as basically an inheritance after my dad passed away. He received it as a gift from my grandpa, who owned it for some time. Grandpa is still alive. Dad is not. But I've been meaning to kind of sit down and ask him, hey, where did this thing come from? How did you come to get it? Because I definitely don't think he got it new. But this has been something that's been in the family for probably 25 years plus, at least. Anyway, one of the big things I really want to do with this truck is get it to be a running, driving, pretty reliable vehicle. I want to use it as a truck. It's been a work truck its whole life, pretty much. It was my dad's daily driver, for a while, but for Grandpa, this was his work truck of going out to contract jobs, things like that. He did contracting for concrete. He also did work for concrete companies all around Utah. If you know the bridges, on I-215 that go over, for 4700 South, 4100 South, he built those bridges. He was part of the crew that actually laid down some of the concrete for those projects. He had probably a 50 plus year career doing concrete, and retired several years ago. Overall, my plans for this truck, I want to be able to haul plywood with it. I want to get drywall at the hardware store. I want to be able to tow things with it, and use it as a truck. That's why I did the bed liner, and why I'm doing a lot of things to this. Right now, the immediate goal has been to clean up all the rust, the scratches, the bubbled paint, and to really get this truck to be presentable, because it runs, I wouldn't say exceptionally well, but it runs okay, enough to get around. For me, I really like, getting things kind of cleaned up. It really helps me to feel motivated to be working on something, if it's, something I've built an affinity for. And that's what I've been doing over the last month or two. So some of the immediate plans that are not yet filmed is doing clear coat. As of the filming of this video, I really wanted to do that yesterday. Yesterday was probably going to be our warmest day of the year, but with all the extra prep work I had to do on the body to get it ready for clear coat, I literally just ran out of time. getting all the trim and all of the, glue and pinstriping and everything off to make this clear coatable. So we're in a gloomy weekend again, and I don't think I'm going to necessarily get a chance for probably another week to actually go and do that clear coat. So we'll have to wait for the weather to clear and for things to warm up. Hopefully by next weekend or sometime next week, there's going to be a window for me to have an opportunity to do that. So I've got a popular product from the internet to do the clear coat. I bought the kit. I also have this paint mixing, cups, filters, sticks, etc. It came in a nice little kit. So that's what I'm going to be doing with the clear coat. I really want to get that done before the winter in Utah sets in, because again, I'm probably not going to have another opportunity to do it until like February, March. And mechanically, as I said, this truck has probably close to 250,000 miles on it. Grandpa, Dad, and me are all very fastidious about doing our oil changes. So, again, that's a lot of miles for a 305 without being rebuilt. But it has been well maintained as far as the engine goes. But you can tell that this truck is getting kind of tired. I think the long-term goal is for this to get an LS swap. I think that's the most realistic way that this is going to have a prolonged life. And I mean a life beyond the next couple years, but 10, 20 years down the road, because I really don't ever intend on selling this. The other reason for that is, I don't know if you're familiar with Cletus McFarland, the Cletus McFarland YouTube channel. But I participated in merch sales in the month of May 2024, and I won a turbo. I won a 6664 turbo, a $2,500 turbo for free. And I've got this. I've got my high school car, which is a 80 Buick Skyhawk. And I could put that turbo into either one of these vehicles, to have some fun and get some extra performance. But with the engine bay and compartment size of an H body, that is definitely not a great option for adding boost to that car. This truck has miles of engine compartment, and I think a single turbo setup would work well for, some mild street performance. I want to have AC. I want to have, a street car that is fast, that I can haul stuff with, that is going to be fun to drive. I want to be able to step on the pedal and go somewhere. But we do have to do some other things to make this a little bit more livable. And that's what a lot of this video is going to be, is just a mix compilation of me fixing some stuff. In the later parts of Dad's life, he was not monetarily blessed. So there are some interesting things that had to happen with some things on this truck. Again, he was very, very on the oil changes. But there are things like this washer wiper that are kind of a little bit scuffed. I wish I had filmed this. I've already spent about 20 minutes working on this wiper because he took some baling wire, Dad did at some point, and he used that to secure this wiper to the wiper arm. And if you look here, and it might be hard, if you look here, on the outside of that nub right here, this shiny thing, that's what holds the wiper blade in. There was a piece of wire that was wrapped tightly around that. And I, for the life of me, could not get it off. I struggled and fought for a good 15-20 minutes with a pair of pliers and trying to get rid of this thing. And in frustration, I ultimately got it off. But when I did, what I discovered, and maybe you can see it here, is there is another piece of wire in the middle of that wiper. So there's, again, frustration. I ripped this wiper in half out of anger because of how irritating that was. So I am not going to struggle with pliers on this. We are going to cut it off. So I am going to try and very carefully cut this off while filming. So let's just get this taken care of. Oops. Let's change directions. Let's see. I don't think I'm quite through that wire. I'm really trying hard not to cut the wiper blade arm. All right, we're making some progress here, and I'm not hitting the arm. Okay. Let's see. I got the arm just slightly. A little nick right there. Well, that's unfortunate, but it's not a deal killer. And I think we'll be able to install our new wiper blade. Personally, I really like to have silicone wiper blades because I hate changing wiper blades, and I hate having to deal with wiper blades that don't work. I think I spent $80 on these blades. That's how much I do not like changing wiper blades, so I buy the silicone ones. Looks like we have a small pin, so we want to squeeze and rotate the cap, take this thing off, insert into small hole, and then use the additional cover. Okay, and then the additional cover. Like that, and rotate that back. All right, I think that's it. It looks like that other wiper arm is also bent. So let's go and fix that. See, it's kind of bent downward. I think we need to bend it up. Sprayer back on. Okay, so we have some wiper blades, and I think just about any car guy can relate to this. The other thing I really want to do with this truck is I want to fix up the interior. I really like the factory interior, but it's old and it's beat. this vinyl and plastic is just not holding up. I might be able, with these door panels, be able to get away with like painting them, but to be honest, a whole new repop panel, like door panel with Silverado trim, the velour, everything, that's like $200. I think it's worth it just to buy it. You know, we have I think a turn signal that's out. We have our bright headlights that are not working. Just little tiny things that just need repair. So we're going to start working on building up some clips and hopefully end up with like a half-hour video. So anyway, that's all for now. When I have more to add to this video, I'll add it, and you know, again, we'll go from there. We'll spill some more lore about this truck and what's going on with it as well. All right, we're here for another little fix. Again, we've got an old sticker to remove here. I have no idea what this sticker was. I can tell you, this is probably from Grandpa. This is probably from Dad. He was born in Wyoming. And who knows if this truck even came from Wyoming. I don't know. It may have. But at the very least, Dad kept that sticker there because that's where he was born. And we're almost off here. There's some stubborn stuff stuck on there. I think we are about good there. And I'm really a big fan of Rain-X as a product. So we're going to be putting that on because it's probably going to rain today. There's definitely some dirt coming off with this. And one thing you can definitely see here is these window seals are trash. There was some silicone that was put in there probably by Dad to seal them up. I'm kind of 50-50 on if I'm going to do the whole job of doing all the door seals or if I'm just going to, for the winter, silicone it up. No, there's actually some stuff stuck to this windshield. I think we need a razor blade. Also, I'll mention, if you can find these blades with this dispenser, this is the best blade dispenser I've ever seen. It's just that easy. Ultimately, I think I'm going to need to take some polish to this windshield because there's just some scratches in here that need to come out, and that'll help remove a bunch of this bad material too. It's probably really hard to see on camera, but there's also these little black spots. I think you can see those, and those are on the inside. I've already cleaned the inside, so I think we need to just run some polish on the inside as well. Thankfully, this side is not as dirty. I have to put these marker lights back in because I don't want these hanging around while we go on a Sunday, or I guess it's a Saturday drive. Did I get the right Torx bit? I did. All right, and got the interior cleaned out of tools and junk, and I think this is wife ready for a little trip. All right, well, I just had an adventure ride. I decided to try and take this thing over to the grocery store just to get a couple of things, and it flat out died on me. It just had no guts, kind of when I was pulling out into the main road near my house, and it has always been kind of boggy because, you know, I mean, this carburetor definitely needs to be rebuilt or replaced, but it completely died. And I thought maybe we're low on gas, so I walked back home. It wasn't too far, just 10 minutes, and I got some gas, drove my Ranger over to go and pick this thing up. And as I started fiddling with it, one thing I noticed, and this is why it's probably bogging down so much, is the throttle never really opens like the secondaries. Like, I think that should be kind of coming open here. This choke plate, you can see I kind of rigged it half open to get some air in, and that seemed to work. You know, just having this half cracked open got it to start. I poured a little bit of gas in and it fired right up. So I drove it back home, and all I need now is for waifu to help me drive my Ranger back. So we have 3 cars. So I was going to show you what I was going to be doing with this door striker and fixing it, and I foolishly took the bolt out. I don't know what happened to my video. I thought I was recording, but apparently not. But vice grips, a little Torx action, and we got this out. But there's kind of a problem in that there's a nut for this, and that nut is gone. So it's somewhere in there, I hope. So that is not going to be a quick fix video. I was hoping it would be in the quick fix video, but this is going to be a big fix video for this. So yeah, that really sucks, and I am going to come back. So anyway, this has been a bunch of quick fixes. I hope you liked or enjoyed them. If you like the video, please subscribe if you can, and I will catch you on the next one. You know, I'm not trying to tell you what to do. I'm just showing you what I'm doing, and apparently I'm messing up a door striker install. So, see you later.